got a normal 8.5 by 11 inch sheet of paper here, or 9 by 12, either one is fine. And what we're going to do here is a simple hand design that's going to focus on emphasis. So we're going to start by taking your hand and tracing around the outside of your hand. Now I'm using a Sharpie for this, but you can use whatever you want. You can use crayon, you can use a pencil, you can use anything that'll make a mark on the paper, really. I'm going to go around my hand, I'm going to trace it here like this. And then I'm going to put my hand in a different position, and I'm going to trace it again. We're just going to fill up this paper using lots of different hand tracings that overlap each other and crisscross each other. It doesn't have to be in any particular order or any kind of position. You can kind of mess around with the positioning of your fingers too if you'd like. You can get a little creative in that sense. You can do like a Spock symbol, or you can do a thumbs up like I'm doing here. Any of that is absolutely fine for putting this together. So now I've got several hands all over the paper here, and I'm going to focus on one using something called emphasis. I'm going to make one thing stand out by making it look different than the other stuff that's on the paper. Now what we do with this here is we want to get interesting here. We can get a lot of different colors in all these different spaces, but I'm only using a marker here, so I'm going to keep it simple for the demonstration here. So this hand here is one I'm going to focus on and I'm going to emphasize. I'm going to use a technique here called hatching. Hatching is done by creating a series of lines all going in the same direction, or any direction is fine. You can go diagonally, horizontally, vertically. And the closer you put these lines together, or the farther you make them apart, it's going to create different kinds of values here. So I'm going to make all of these different pieces of just this one hand stand out by filling in these different pieces with lots of little hatching marks. And we're going to focus on that just one hand there. That was our first hand that I drew down on the paper. This is going to make this one hand really stand out by creating that difference between it and the other pieces that are around it. Now, I'm using hatching, but like I said before, you can use anything else you want to put this together. You can use crayons, you can use colored pencils, oil pastels, anything to get into these little shapes and make them look different than the other shapes that are on the page. I'm just trying to make sure that whatever I do stays within the confines of that first hand that was created here. So you can do different colors with this, you can do hatching with this, you can do different patterns, you can even glue pieces of paper down to this. So this is a very easy design that has that single hand in the center there, now standing out amongst all these other ones, because all these little spaces inside have the hatching going in different directions. It makes a very unique kind of piece, and you can do this lots of different times, because anytime you do this you'll get a different result. If you don't like your first one, you can always try making another one using different types of techniques, and then whichever one is your favorite, you can call that one your successful version of the project. Or you can make them all like a series. It's up to you.
If you liked this video, please hit the like button below. You can also subscribe to StirBart to be notified of the latest video uploads and to help support the channel. Keep learning, creating, and inspiring.